Hello, everybody, and welcome to SpeedGaming 2 and Week 6 of Link to the Past Randomizer League. Today we have Beginner Doors featuring IB Karma of Chris the Roller Crew and Ahab of You Look Like You Could Use a Hookin Lamp. My name is TJ Nelson. Yeah.
And I am
some
RLX,
jerk.
ARM. I don't know.
Jerk.
Yeah, this is notable. This is both of our teammates facing down in game 2 of our series in our very undecided group. I think I started trying to understand the tiebreakers today and went down one road and it just immediately ended in there's going to be an open mode playoff potentially for this result. And I was just like, these are too complicated. So anyways, it's I think 6 of the 7 teams in our group are still live for playoffs with this game to play in this week and then 2 next week. So this is good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff. You know, it wasn't good stuff. That match you played against JJo the other day, that kind of sucked.
That little fire rod in Return to Swamp thing.
I didn't watch it. I gotta confess, I wasn't watching. I was busy doing something else. What was I doing? I was playing Average Frustrated Gamer for Cheesesteak. Yeah, that's what I was doing. True story, by
legit.
the way. Yeah, I won that.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. As I attempt to update the scores for everybody, I believe your team has 5 wins and my team has 7. That sounds right. Those are numbers.
Yeah, those are numbers. Jeez. Am I going to be playing behind the whole night here? Jeez, this hash is blue. Can we focus on how blue this hash is? Sure.
Double flippers.
Yeah.
Very important item in this mode. One of the grossest ways to walk into the early dungeons and just kind of get a little bit stranded. This is Doors. Doors is a mode. We'll talk about. This is beginner doors. So somehow more and less crazy than regular doors. So there's this whole partition thing. So we're going to see all the Light World dungeons mixed up into this wonderful Hyrule Castle. And then the first half of the Dark World dungeons with each other, and the second half as we get off to our sort of casual boots escape.
Okay, they both remember they can dash through the bushes. That's cool.
Yeah, great first start. There's a lot of other weird things that we can discuss about the Doors rain state. Did you know that if you save and quit at any point, you go back to Uncle?
I didn't know that. But I do know you got this little map thing up here that serves as a mirror. That's an interesting place for a first glove.
It is.
That should have some implications for things in dungeons.
That lamp, well, you get the light cone through all of Escape, so you don't need the lamp right now, but that does matter for, the immediate future.
Let's say we go through this, right? You can actually find the basement of Tower of Heron here. That's the thing that could happen. That's the thing that we would need the lamp for.
Yes, that's true. That is, that was a thing, actually, in my race versus JJo. We both got into, I think it was, one of the, deepest rooms of the castle is just, Escape. Or the Hera basement, we just were no, we're good. Okay, so we got back of Escape, a little bit of that little jammed up desert room. This split, Karma heading north because this is always attached to the double item room with the guard and the small key. Double item because this is key drop shuffle. Really huge big key because that is what opens Zelda Cell, which you do have to get to eventually. Okay, well, you can never miss that here. One other little tidbit is the spiral staircases always link to other spiral staircases. And also, you may notice that Ahab has 3 bombs, because when you use the map mirror in Escape, you end up with a refill on bombs and a little bit of magic. So Ahab's not going to be too far behind to this force path.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that's just a fail-safe in case these things aren't dropping and you might need them for specific things you need to get through. I've done this a few times, enough to know that not something that really resonates with me. I'm more of an Randomizer guy, but I really appreciate these last 2 weeks of League here. Even though I don't really care for doors that much, it really showcases the adaptability of people who play this game. You got this door randomizer here, which is adaptability through exploration, and then next week the Randomizer is adaptability through execution.
Yes,
It looks like
adaptability through just deciding that you want to leave the game as soon as you discover that there's a hard hat beetle on IPBJ room. Looks like we got a little bit of a reboot on Ahab's side. I didn't see.
Yeah, I think he must have figured he didn't really route that very well, so he just decided to give it a whole. Like, maybe he spent the key the way he didn't want to.
Yeah. Save scum a key.
Yeah.
So Karma gonna pick up 2 of the remaining items here, and one is gonna be in the sink chest, and then I don't know where the last one is gonna be necessarily. So we'll see if he mirrors and goes back in, because it is an item, right? Because there's a 6 out of 6 on those small keys.
With a nice hammer.
Yeah. So that's actually just Dark World access, and Karma's going back for wherever that item was.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, the save scum thing isn't too bad here, because the most important time sink here is that Ahab has mapped out a decent chunk of the rooms already. One little trick that I also learned is that you can go out of the left exit door of Hyrule Castle and come back in the right if you don't know where the right side is. And apparently that has been required before. Yes. Don't ask me how. You also may have to, it's their last item, right? On good old Buford the Rat or whatever his formal name is.
There's a name? There's a name for that?
Listen, someone made up a name and I've just been going with whatever from there.
All right, fine. You know what? I've named a few NPCs myself, so it's all good.
Yeah, Karma opting to delay CAC here. It looks like a mushroom turn-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose that's a good idea. He got through that escape really quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe they figures like, hey, it takes a little time to do this.
Yeah, and it's not like you're loaded on money, so you're like, oh, I'll wait until I can fill up a bottle. It's like, no, I'm gonna be broke as a joke and trying to head to Zora at some point.
Yeah,
so
get some
that's a luck
resources
to
here.
me.
Looks like that's what Ahab is going to do. He's going to go with the right side here.
Yep. Notably, you may also have to go into Aga Tower to get items for escape. This seed did not showcase that, but I've had some wonderful seeds where you have to go get your bow out of Aga Tower to kill the red Igors from Eastern Palace to get through the escape.
So that seed would give you a bow in that instance. A bow, and a cape, and
yeah, or a second sword. It's the second sword on whenever you see the second sword on Uncle in this mode, you're like, oh no, this is going to be an adventure.
Well, the dungeons are separated, so they're just kind of compartmentalized from each other. They don't really intertwine, so it's not that bad. Starting off, and it's not like you get any really that advanced dungeon rooms in here anyway. Like, there's pretty much just locked within, I think just the... I don't even think Eastern Palace rooms are really included in here?
Nope, it's all 5 Light World dungeons. So you can get, the real things that could lock you here are, you might need to find boots for an item on Desert Torch. You might need to find, you mentioned, I believe, the lamp for Hera Basement.
Yeah.
Or Desert Torches, that nice little cutscene. Or the bow to kill the red Igors. I'm trying to think if there's any others. Well, you don't need the lamp for the Castle Tower rooms here, but that is a very common one if you go into Eastern Palace in this mode, is just you're like, oh, I got, all these items, I'm just going to go to Eastern early, and then you walk on in, and again, referencing me versus JoJo, you just kind of get lost in the dark maze and die, as we both managed to do. Castle Tower's not very nice without a lamp, especially when you aren't expecting it.
I think Ahab is getting a bit lost in here.
Yeah, trying to find where this throne room is, because that is the exit to the rest of the dungeon. That is a very early mirror and a bow? Ooh.
Yeah. It's making sense that this is happening like this. Doors was probably the mode that almost nearly turned us off from registering in the first place. I don't think any of us. I don't think. Yeah, none of us. None of us really wanted to do this, and like I think all of us were just pretty disappointed that this was even included. So we just kind of like had to scramble together with a couple of people who can get this together. I know JJo had a lot of experience with it prior to this, so but I had like very, very little, and Ahab has been trying to grind this up a little bit, but I don't know, like watching him get through this escape is a little frustrating for me right now. As Carmen just traverses through the rest of the sea, I'm just struggling to watch him get through this opening dungeon here.
Well, if he rushes off the cack right after her, he has. There's like a lot of room to catch up on that.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's over by any chance. But yeah, I'm like if this is indicative of how the rest of the thing is going to go, then it's going to be a very frustrating watch for me.
Understood. Yeah, this mode is definitely the most out there, I feel, of the ones this season. The key drop stuff, the 80 KDB is at least co-op. It felt like, you could kind of just like remember that you could go into the back of desert for a bunch of checks. This one is just you're on your own. Good luck with some of the stuff. We got a red crystal, a regular crystal, and pendant desert, everyone's favorite.
Worse than Pendant Desert?
You know what? I would rather Pendant Desert in this mode than Crystal, because what ends up happening with Crystal Desert is you're like, oh, sweet, I'm going to go to Desert. And then you walk into Desert, and you just get locked in the front. You're like, well, I will be back here with Mitts.
You kind of just want to save your pendants for Thieves Town, I think.
Yes. Let's see. Though I guess they do have the potential for my favorite desert layout in this mode, where you have to traverse through the front and then you get kicked out of the back and have to lift the rock and go into the left side.
Maybe that's why we got the glove.
Possibly. Or just off to Hype Cave Dark World access. See, just sort of skimming the entirety of what we have. We have mirror, so we can link this all up really nice. Bow, which weirdly doesn't matter.
Oh
my goodness,
that's a lot of money
already.
Yeah.
Bow is like weirdly not super relevant in this mode, because there's a lot of like planning to fight Armos Knights with a fighter sword.
Not only that, but like in bow-locked rooms, you could actually just go backwards through them, requiring...
Yes.
Yeah, so Pendant Thieves, that is a thing in this mode. Yeah.
And Pendant TR, the two best dungeons, I think.
But the TR is such a pain in the neck in this mode.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Ugh.
It just... The 4 exits, the fact that, like, there's the forced Samaria room for entry, you also need your bombos, you also, like... The TR Ice Rod sweat in this mode is so bad. It is the seeds of this mode are generally a lot better if TR is a pendant, unless there's something in that pendant TR like your Meyer medallion, in which case is the worst seeds you've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, considering the fact that we have mitts already. Oh, that's actually regular boots too. So. A bunch of stuff is opening up, and I don't think we really have that many. Let's see. Can't get into TR. Well, the entrances aren't shuffled. They will always be there. In this particular mode, the entrances to these dungeons will always be what they normally are. So, in order to even get into Turtle Rock, you'll still need that Samaria.
Yep, and I guess the important one now is that in order to get into Swamp, we're still missing the flippers.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the other thing to note from that map check was that Thieves Town was a pendant along with TR. So that's our 3 pendants are those. So we will need the flute today. We will need the hook shot because you still need that to kill Argus along with your flippers. you need Samaria. That was my big lesson of this mode, is that every time you're like, I don't need Samaria, you like walk into GT and the second room is just like the like pre-cold stare switch room, and you're like, where's my block? I can't drop my block, and then you just get Samaria locked out of the game and have to go back and do every check you skip. So we're like 4 items in a medallion from go mode, which is that's really fast.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Still a fire rod, yeah. Fire rod, hook shot, flippers.
Well, fire rod might not be required. The only things that fire rod could lock, because like moth is kind of wherever. Like in theory, I've had a decent number of seeds where the back is actually like pseudo vanilla, and you do need the fire rod to get in for moth.
That is true. That room could be shuffled amongst the rest of the skull. Okay, so that's not connected.
So yeah,
to that particular. Right.
It's the same thing we were talking about going backwards. You can actually like walk into the like bridge room backwards, and that's like where that chest is. And moth can be anywhere, but like sometimes the back is just like literally the bridge leads to the Gibdo and moth room, because those two are force connected. So fire rod may be there. Maybe the worst case scenario is that you like get to GT and you find the TR torches room blocking you, and you're just like, well, you know, I'm not airy. I'm not gonna hover this. You know, I think literally like 3 people can potentially do that, and certainly no one here in the booth in this game. So that's in the way you do need that fire rod.
Yeah, but that hook shot is just Argus required.
Yep. Yeah. Actually, have to kill the boss the normal way.
Yep.
Moldorm's exploding. They have up the mountain here, actually.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna charge Tower of Hera, which is a little ambitious. I don't really.
So
I mean, going into dungeons this early with this level of equipment, you know, you don't want to get stuck navigating a dungeon. You really have to do. You could be here for a good long time and get nothing. Versus, you know, Karma's going around these overworld checks, cleaning up a little bit, getting bombos, getting mitts, getting bows.
Yeah, well, so I think Hera's like the one sort of weird. Karma. You pulled a me, didn't you? Hera's the weird exception to the whole thing you're talking about. Oh, there's the rock. Karma, go get the rock.
Rise of bomb. Do you remember? Okay, he forgot.
Okay. But Hera's the weird exception. So, like, we mentioned that the dungeon lobbies have to be the same. So you walk into Hera and it looks the same. The other piece of this is that all the, like, drops... So, like, I was mentioning, like, you walk into Skull Woods, you have to kill the key Gibdo and then drop into Mothula. That drop is always locked to the other tiles. So what's going to happen in Hera for Ahab is that all of the normal Hera tiles are going to be in Hera. So, like, you know, the beetles that drops into the lobbies there, and then the big chest and the upstairs lobby that drop there are going to be there because you have to drop in there, and Moldorm's going to be there, and whatever that intermediate room that's like the Hera pot room, those are all here. And between that and the like spiral staircases have to go to other spiral staircases rule, Hera doesn't usually lock you out the way a lot of the other dungeons would. As you like, Ahab's right here and killing Moldorm. The super weird thing is that sometimes you may have to drop from this stage to get to all the relevant parts of the dungeon, but
hey, you can do that.
We can get to that if we get there.
Yeah. Am I seeing this right? Oh, jeez. Well, this could work out. This may not be so bad.
Yeah, you at least get dropped to the good part of the dungeon.
Yeah. See? With stuff in it. And there's no keys in this.
The big key is forced because there is always that big chest here, but yeah, there's no small keys.
Right. That's what I meant. That big chest is still going to be in that room.
It's like Karma didn't really get much out of that trip, except for accidentally stranding Ice Rock Cave.
You're kidding me. Killing me. Come on. Oh, model. There's flippers. Real cool.
Yeah, we're moving fast, and we don't have to find the Thieves Lobby, or Thieves Attic. Yep. Even though, you can ask Blind where it is by taking her all the way to the boss arena without blowing it up, but usually, you know, It has to be in Swamp, Thieves, or Skull, but it is nice to know which one of those is. Uh-oh, Moldorm, please.
Hey,
Okay,
he's got it. Probably has the big key too. Watch. Yep.
Oh my, called it.
Yeah.
Fine. We can just middle drop again and get right back to where we were and keep exploring the dungeon, or just leave forever. Your choice. It really doesn't matter.
I'd come back.
3 items. Yeah, Karma gonna head up the mountain with Mitts, which is like all of 3 additional items because Hookshot Cave is a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, nothing you really do about Turtle Rock either. Not that you'd want to right now, anyway.
No. That was when I was practicing this. I came up with a bunch of like rules for myself that I wanted to follow, and one of them was looking for items in Mitts dungeons is terrible because you just like walk into Meyer lobby connected to TR lobby and like go through 8,000 gauntlet rooms, and it's bad.
It's a process. It's a real process.
Yeah,
like, it's one of the biggest pitfalls in this mode, especially like, okay, so we're getting a bunch of items here pretty early, so it looks like it's going to be a little bit friendly. But like, if you need to go into Mitts dungeons just to look for items, good luck.
Yeah,
especially if you get like a Thieves Town hub in the middle of it.
Oh my goodness!
Like keeping your head screwed on straight for that is just a nightmare.
When your like thieves lobbies connect to each other, or hubs, I guess is the best word to put it. Like you like go into like one thieves hub, and then like the upwards from the initial thieves lobby goes to like the downwards of the 4th thieves. You like your brain just melts. It's so bad. But I will say there was a really good tip from I believe Telethar on Team Used Bow, the last remaining undefeated team between Invitational Open League. Was basically the easiest way to not get lost indoors is just play like you would play, because if you just always make the same decision, you kind of have a good idea of what you've already done. Like if you always start off escape by going out the left exit or the right exit, like just pick whichever one you want, you'll like just know like, oh, I've already been out this one, let me go to the other one next.
Is that kind of like the same philosophy of like finding your way out of a hedge maze by always making right turns?
I think so. I think that's actually like a really good hedge maze, corn maze. Pick your poison based on where you're located.
Yeah.
So we got a Paradox Cave with, so far nothing in the bottom.
Got a half magic over in Spiral Cave. That was kind of nice, but
very nice. One of the things about this mode is that like you'll kind of realize going through dungeons that there's like natural restock points. Like like at the end of the game, you're climbing GT, you powder the anti-fairies, and then you pick up your full magic from the pot right before Moldorm 2. Yeah, that's not really assured in this mode. So like you'll like walk into ice and you'll like find a dead end. You'll have to mirror and you'll have to kill the Freezor again. And then like you get to the blinking red square that tells you that Cold Stare is nearby, and you look at your magic bar and you're like, that's not what I wanted to see. So yeah, that and like your bomb count in this mode are really kind of scary. So lots of like fill up your bottles, get half magic, fill up your bombs kind of stuff. Really important in this mode. Oh my gosh. And that Beatles room backwards is always so scary that one of them is just going to knock you into the pit, and then you have to find your way back through the entire dungeon.
I mean, it's Tower of Hera. It's just basically one long, continuous drop in this mode. It's recursive.
Yes. Karma's going to finish up here with these two. 20 minutes. It looks like we both have a crystal and relatively full world access. As Ahab's about to get his
relatively. Don't know when Ahab's going to get those slippers after these mitts here, though. So I don't know. Looks like he's ready to start going into dungeons a little more aggressively. If I know Ahab, he likes the early Eastern play, but he hasn't made that yet. Now with a bow,
you get Eastern Pod together.
Yeah, you could.
Pretty good efficiency. Karma gonna open the TR portal and let us know how not to enter the dungeon.
right.
Okay, ether.
Probably won't need that ether.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah, just never find it. Oh, and I guess Karma is set up with the mirror to be able to do Spiral Cave after all of this? That's really nice. Okay.
Yeah, nothing really doing there. It's been a
Yeah.
while since I've seen the hookshot in Hookshot Cave, though. It's been a minute. Overdue.
Good joke. That was me and JJ. We hookshot in first of Hookshot Cave.
Oh, is that right?
And also, your logical cape to do Spike Cave was right next to it, basically, in Super Bunny. It's everything up the mountain.
Boy,
So
I better win that cheese steak now.
Okay. Collection rate definitely evening up now. Let's see. So without the flippers for Ahab, there's like a surprisingly only a couple rooms that are really obnoxious in Palace of Darkness here, especially because the lobby sort of gives you 3 options. So if like you happen to run into the Phelps Way, the back of Swamp Room right before Argus, like that's one of the notable flipper rooms that could be in Palace of Darkness. Like often that's just like, okay, well there's an item in the pot and I can't get that, but everything else is fine.
I like to call these the Yogi Berra rooms. When you come to the fork in the road, take it.
Yeah, well, so that's the big chest of desert up there that we know we'll get. So there is a big key in this dungeon somewhere. Okay. This is this classic Eastern room, so that's an item.
This is a super tile, this whole thing.
Correct. Yeah, this into this key door. You can just kind of also reverse out so you don't burn your small key.
Yeah.
Karma heading back up the mountain into the portal. I guess this is Spike Cave?
I can't imagine it being anything else.
Oh, you know that it was Order Hookshot Cave last, so maybe you get your hookshot. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Bonk on over for 3 bombs.
Hey, he needed those.
Very necessary. Okay, this looks like a pretty friendly Eastern. Okay.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is a super tile. There we go. That's how this works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and for anyone in chat wondering about what a super tile is, so there are rooms that load together as a block that I think like the one example I immediately think of is Palace of Darkness. The falling bridge only loads when you leave its super tile of rooms that load together. So if you end up on the bridge or Harmless Hellway or the Turtles room next to it, those all don't like reload the bridge because they're a group of rooms all loaded together, and those rooms will still load together indoors. So if you like get to the bridge, there's like if you go up and right out of there, the Turtle room is right there for a chest, and then south of that is Harmless Hellway for yet another chest. They have gone back in for these big key lock checks.
Yeah, Karma pulling out a sword in Spike Cave advances him a little bit further, too. Not a bad pickup there.
It is certainly not going to be something to complain about going into the Helmasaur fight or, I guess, Argus somewhat shortly. Trying to think about where. Oh, it was the other option in this room. You have 2 different right-facing options, and Ahab took the top one, which is the correct one.
Yes.
And here's one.
And the other was the Desert Palace big chests.
Which I think he did for 3 bombs already. So we're just figuring out which way out of this Eastern Palace big room is. Yep, here we go.
There it
is.
This
is the Desert Palace big key chest. Okay. Good old nothing in Eastern. Karma going for Palace of Darkness first. left door first. I like right door. Oh, well,
Some things that never change, right?
yeah. I'm not used to seeing that.
That'll throw you off.
Yeah, these right two, you can push this statue and get between them, so that middle key door never has to really be opened.
Yeah, there's a bunch of key doors in this mode that just never have to be touched.
Okay, there's that room I was talking about, the Phelps way, and notably a small key door up there locking the restock pots that we never have to open. Ooh,
so that'll mean Ahab will need to get these flippers if he wants to get through this dungeon, probably. Well, let's see where this big key goes.
Yeah, it's not determined it's bad. Okay, so you can get to this Thieves Town room in 8,000 different ways.
Yeah.
And as long as Karma's like, wait, I'm gonna have to use the lamp here, aren't I? Yep, bombos clear all these. I'm not gonna lie, like there's the fast rat where you dash up and you drop the bomb and you slash them all, but like I don't know if it's like just psychology or actually like how the rooms load slightly differently, but everything with timing and doors is just not right. Like it's not right. Doesn't work the way you want it to, and it gets weird. So definitely use the bombos.
I think more people should just use medallions in general to clear places out.
Yeah, Karma, might need some help there, buddy. This is I don't know what mail we're on. I'm gonna guess blue. We're gonna hope blue.
Yeah, I'm getting out of there. There it is. Okay.
The real danger in the Helma fight is honestly as much Helma, but it's also getting accidentally sucked back out that door.
Oh, that's true. Nice using a cape, though, yeah.
Yeah. Especially because you're just hacking away, so each hack delays your cape magic spend. Big fan of that.
Yeah, nicely done. Real clean.
So it looks like we're Dark World over here to maybe pick up what's on the island?
Well, I don't know how he plans to do that without flippers, but there are ways.
Oh, good question. Good question. I didn't think about that.
I'm forgetting where that bombos was.
Yeah, I'm not 100% either, but it was. Oh, I think it was Dig Game.
Okay, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, Karma pushing through to the middle here. What do we got? Oh, these are the Swamp Palace, or some of the other Swamp Palace rooms. There's a lot of Swamp Palace rooms. Looking for 3 small keys and 3 items remaining in this dungeon, it looks like.
Yeah, 6 total, 3 of which are keys, yeah. Well.
These are the rooms that Ahab had already adventured into.
Yeah, there was...
Okay.
Nothing you can do about this room, since it was locked by the... It's going to be the big chest here. We couldn't get the big key without that the slipper, so there's going to be new information here. It's a lot of money. Yeah. I don't think that's far
the
enough.
minor difference between bomb walls that you can bonk or not.
Very disorienting.
Yep. Oh. Well, that's a loop. This takes us... Okay, yeah, so we full loop there, and there's nothing we can do. We could spend that small key if we wanted, but maybe there's some more stuff on this right side that we want to follow. Fork that we may have forgotten about.
Looks like Ahab is approaching that bombos now.
Yep.
Yeah, that door's dead. Probably could just spend the key. That door is not going anywhere.
Yeah. You're already... I guess I should not say it is possible, but very difficult to get key locked in this mode, because without the small key shuffle... Okay, so notably that's one way just because of the switch position.
Yeah,
another key shuffle.
Another thing we didn't mention yet is the frustration that those switches bring, and their location relative to to the pegs in their respective dungeons. It's really a pain in the neck if you have to go like pretty far, hit a switch, and then you can't mirror because that'll reset it.
Yeah, well, so in the like MITS locked dungeons, it's like pretty clear cut that you want to hit the switch so that the blue pegs are down. There's like one or two things and that like that burns you on, and those are largely ones where there's a switch in the same room, like the Meyer spooky action rooms where you like, you know, go from left to right the normal way, and you just like kind of walk in and you're like, wait a second, that's not how I want to do this. And you go back and you flip the switch. But in these dungeons specifically, there's just like, okay, so you want the orange or yellow or I don't know, whatever color those are, pegs down. If you're like trying to go backwards through the pod cutscene statue room, or like the thieves hellway, like if you're coming from the bottom, but like you want the blue pegs down if you're trying to go from like the bottom of that to the top of that, or like get through. It's just there's no predicting it. You just kind of get burned one way or the other.
And speaking of getting burned, this is a really long way to go for whatever this last item is here in pod, but I get it. Like going all this way for a dungeon you never want to come back to. There it is. Is that it? That's nice. That's
no, I did not want to see that. No one wanted to see that. Put that right back.
Yeah.
Put that right back.
Well, better to have it and not need it.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things about this mode is that there's like the worst check in every dungeon is pretty bad, but the problem is that it feels like you're like you kind of have to do the worst check in at least one of the dungeons at some point. So it's just a matter of like, I don't know which dungeon is going to have the worst terrible check. Usually it's one of the ones that you need myths to get into. Spoiler, but sometimes the other ones get real creative with it.
I'm pretty sure this seed is just telling you to just go to Ice Palace and probably get the rest of what you need in that dungeon. If I'm going to be honest, like this doesn't really look like it's directing us anywhere else. It's Swamp maybe, but probably not. Like Mitz, Bombos, no, Samaria.
There's our Samaria.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Just yeah, Ice Palace is I think it's gonna tie the rest of the seed together.
Very believable. I also I wouldn't want to go into Swamp without Hookshot. I don't want to find Argus like 17 rooms deep and then have to come back to it.
Totally, absolutely not. No, don't go into Thieves Town. Oh, okay.
One minor technical thing about this mode is that the overall checks are a little better than you would expect them to be. There's just like a very slight change to the algorithm where like I don't want to get too technical about it, but the way that things are placed in the standard VTORP branch, there's like some steps in the middle of shuffling. Oh gosh, getting into this room backwards for Ahab is just always mind-blowing. You're like, where am I? What am I doing?
Yeah, like what is that?
Yeah. But there's like some steps that basically make it so that
okay, that was funny. I appreciated that.
Yeah, this room's backwards or something.
Back to back though, that's hilarious.
Yes. Some steps where like you end up with like the spots that get taken up by maps and compasses in dungeon are just sort of like they would have been bad items anyways.
Yeah.
This mode does not have that, so things are just like true shuffled. So there's no like Skull Woods has the item you need 30% of the time stuff going on. And so this is going to lead Ahab to the Maiden Cell. This is the super tile. Does Ahab have the small key?
He has a small
key. Or the big...
No.
He's the big key to get through these doors. That's the question. Based on this, it does not look like it.
No, he hasn't gotten that yet.
I guess, I don't think Ahab's found the Thieves' Attic either.
No.
So, you could... Oh, no. Like, you could get the Maiden and then have the Maiden tell you where to go to unlock beating your pendant.
Or you could just get the chest in the room, for God's sakes. Don't even, like...
Oh, in the Maiden Cell? Yeah.
Yeah. Just go get the thing.
I don't know... Oh, no, this is hookshot locked item 2. So we've got a big key locked item, a hookshot locked item, another big key locked item because this chest is a big key chest. A hookshot locked path. This is a messy thieves town.
Yeah,
Don't
I
like
would
it.
I would probably just like leave and come back and.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you either like leave now or you say the next time I'm here I'm done, and then you just come back eventually.
This is too much work for I think a possibly unnecessary pendant dungeon where you still have. Well, the Skullwoods ahead. From Ahab's perspective, there's really not much left. He hasn't found flippers. So I get why this is happening right now. I just don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is sort of like a I'm here now, when am I coming back to do it thing.
Yeah,
to some
pretty
degree.
much.
Nice room, nice layout. The bottom went to the top left.
And there are like what?
Itself.
7 items in this? Or 6 in the big key? Big key counts as 1? I forget.
So there's 4. So there's in this Thieves Town, there's 4 small keys remaining, plus the big key, so 5. So there's we just changed the count. There's 3 small keys plus a big key, so 4. So there's another 5 items remaining in this dungeon.
Okay, I just need to know if the big key counts as a check, because I forgot.
Whoa. That's a big bomb.
That is a big bomb.
Do you think Karma goes into Castle Tower after this? I guess if you're there.
I suppose, why not, right? Could be something in there.
Oh, we're peeking the island here. Okay, that's cool. No, Karma, go fast.
He's got this. There you go. Oh, okay. Hey, okay.
We're good. We got it. It's fine. Nothing
Totally
hurts.
fine.
Oh
God, this mode is so frustrating.
I
thought playing it was annoying. Watching it is even worse. Ugh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there are some things about this mode that are blood pressure raising. Okay, so we're out of thieves. We're done. We're gone. Okay. We're good. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I appreciate the counting your losses and getting out of there. Even though I wish he had opened up the maiden chest at least. Like, that was a mistake.
Well, again, I don't know if he had the big key. So like I said, you need the big key to get there. So
because it's all locked by the. Yeah, I forgot about the path.
Yeah. Those doors that don't really tell you that they're big key doors.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Here's the flippers for Ahab. This might push him to Ice Palace.
Potentially. Yeah, Karma gonna clear out Castle Tower. Just like vaguely thinking through what we've seen already. We've seen, I think, all the big chests. So we got Desert big chest, we got Eastern big chest, we got Hera big chest. That's a lot of small keys in this Castle Tower.
It seems pretty annoying. That's got to be a small key because, yeah,
you got to get through the door somehow. Oh my gosh, we get to go through this room. Going through this room with that push block is the worst. It is the actual worst room in this mode. It's so bad because
you gotta go in the other direction.
Half the time the guards just like, I don't know, see you and then like run behind a statue and it doesn't bug you. And the other half of the time you're just like, you've got 2 guards shooting arrows at you perfectly while the red guard's aggroing you. And, like, it's always that you get that RNG always when you're in the escape sequence and it's like, I have 3 hearts and a sword. And I'm trying to hit them with, like, this piece of plastic. What am I doing? Probably going to take a nice little break here. Uh-oh.
Oh, this is where the basement is? Great.
What is behind this CT today? We've got...
Oh, there's nothing here. It was the heart piece, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, Karma checked it earlier.
Yeah, I like checking it early because Castle Tower might not be fire locked at all in this mode, so you might just be able to like go kill the dungeon and get whatever item is there instead of like, I don't know, going through all this effort. Plus, there's actually items on the way as opposed to like your typical open mode.
Yeah, there's 5 in this dungeon, so there we go.
Yeah, this is the scary part. Oh my gosh. So another one of the worst rooms in this mode is ending up in waiting on all your tiles to fly, and then you get through the room, and then you see the big key door on the other side, and you're like, I don't have the big
key. Yeah, I can see that being a real. This mode is insufferable.
Yeah, it's just learning all the terrible things that can happen to you, and then hoping you can not run into as many as possible.
Yeah. It looks like AF is going back to this pod with these flippers that we probably needed them before.
Yeah.
And then you go to Ice Palace. Hopefully he's listening to me.
I like Skull Woods even without the fire rod, just because like so much of the dungeon's still accessible. Like one of the because there's so many entrances in Skull, it feels like that dungeon ends up with the most checks, just because there's like the most forced place. Like, first of all the entrances of Skull basically have like a forced item. So like you walk in the main entrance, you have the big chest, and then you also have to go right and have the map chest over there. And then you walk in the back, and like, well, that is the vanilla big key chest. Okay, so that's 3. But then like the other back that would normally connect to, wherever that is, that has to have the pot. That's 4. The fire rod locked has to have the bridge chest. That's 5. Moth is there is 6. The Gibdo before Moth is 7. But then you also have the drops, right? Like the 2 like drop sides. So like there's like guaranteed at least 9 items in Skull Woods before you even count any other like places that get set up in there. So like it always feels like you walk into Skull Woods and it's like 18 items.
So you're saying it's dense?
Sometimes you walk in, it's like 18 items, and then like you see a letter on the number of small keys. Like, I hate everything.
All right, take a breath, Armless. Take a breath. Sorry. And scene.
Okay.
Still going through this cast. This seems long. Random dead end too.
Yeah, but heads up play to pick up that item so you don't forget that it's there.
Yeah, one more key, one more item. Who knows where the heck that is? Yeah, I respect leaving.
Yeah. You have to walk through like 5 rooms and kill 2 guards to even get to anywhere that there would be an item. Just, nah. It's a catfish? Oh, yes. Hop in and visit an old friend here.
Yep.
Maybe this is Karma on the way to Ice Palace with... I guess it's Bombo and half magic, so our counts don't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need any potions. It's fine. Oh, we don't have Samaria. Ooh. If I was Karma, I would not go to Ice Palace without Samaria. Ahab with a diver down strat to get this key pot here. Oh, wait, we did that? Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
This is catfish.
Well, it's catfish if we survive to get there.
Oh, he'll be fine.
I don't know, that one of those jumps on that enemy there looked a little sketchy. Not the Octoroks, but before that.
I didn't go right back for it.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, what do we got on our favorite fish, or least favorite fish?
Nothing.
I think Karma's going to take that, though. Okay, so... what do we have available between the 2 runners? It looks like all of Skull...
Skull and Ice.
And then Skull and Ice,
yeah.
And... I'm struggling to think of other stuff. No TR entry yet, because we don't have Ether.
Yeah.
Neither's on Smith Chain.
Ahab is turned to Smith him, but not Purple Chest.
Yeah. Couple steps in the middle there.
Oh, this thing. Yeah.
Nice. One step closer to this seed being absolutely blessed with a mirror shield.
Why do people like that item?
Mostly because it means you don't have to try hard on Laser Bridge.
Come on.
Listen, when you've played enough cross key seeds where you walk into Laser Bridge on like 3 hearts and have to do it that way, you're just looking for the out sometimes to not have to worry about it.
By the time you're able to do that, you'll have more than 3 hearts. If you're playing a cross key seed, you get 3 shields immediately. Like, what is that about? So that's neither here nor there.
On that note, this mode may actually have the advanced placement for Laser Bridge. I'd have to double check the sheet, but like where you do need to have some way to be invulnerable, which is a mirror shield or an invincibility item to get the items.
We got 2 of those, so
yeah, we have all of them almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so this...
I don't think this is going to be ice.
Swamp?
This might be swamp.
Yeah, it could be just a little bit of swamp on the way.
I don't know why you'd rather go to swamp over ice palace here. But hey.
Oh, no. Oh, this is Big Bomb. Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. Overworld checks are good.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably faster than whatever you are trying to wrap up as the last item in a dungeon.
This room is hilarious.
Yep. Yeah, and it notably, like, super tile dead ends back to the, like, Palace of Darkness warp. Like, the natural, like, how do I get to that, section of rooms where like you warp and then warp along the right side, so Karma just leaves knowing that like, okay, well the only place it can bring me back to is somewhere I'll find a way back to.
Makes sense.
Maybe we'll see the last item in CT here, but I have doubts. Seeing how Ahab is approaching the seed, I can definitely see a lot of I would not like to go back into this dungeon for a 3rd time, goodbye forever.
Yeah. I wonder if he's even going to remember to go in. He might not.
That's the classic. If you forget the check, but it didn't have anything, that's just time safe.
He didn't forget. Okay.
Karma similarly out. I think that the rest of Thieves Town might be hookshot locked behind either the getting to that right pot chest for some kind of like the big key or something, or getting to the back exit of that big swamp hub.
Yeah, it makes sense.
This looks like it's the overall clear up into Skull Woods for Karma as Ahab finishes off or gets into Castle Tower. Trying to think what rooms have we not seen that are interesting, we'll say, for these. It really feels like, I don't know, maybe the Thieves Town attics in Skull Woods at this point.
I see it there. I saw it there a lot when I was practicing, so
yeah.
I think it has like a bias for being in that area.
Yeah, again, just like the huge number of exits on Skull Woods too. There's like the I guess we haven't seen Swamp, so like there's not like a real tally of stuff that we haven't seen. But there's like the 2 items in the Palace of Darkness Dark Basement, I believe we haven't found.
That room, no, we haven't seen that. The maze we haven't seen.
Yes, that's 2 items there too. Also the Turtle and Hellway combo that I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Though I guess Skullwoods tends not to like natural. I guess most of the I guess the only one that naturally has like the spiral stairs is Palace of Darkness for the most part. Okay, so first item in Skullwoods after. Okay, so we're not here. Somewhere else. So in this situation, if you get locked out in the back, are you a left drop or right drop fan?
Left.
Left drop?
Yeah. I don't know why. Just my my navigation sense just pulls me in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's like pretty equal because there's two axes. Okay, well, you're no longer left drop because we found the left drop.
Yeah.
But the one of the weird things about this mode is that the good old shutter door on the right drop can just be open. Just, you know. This is Moth here.
Well, that'll be nice and clean for Karma. But there is a sizable amount of stuff in this dungeon yet to be explored.
Yeah, hopefully the big key is just on Moth, so we don't have to go on a huge adventure, but... I mean, I guess that's its own adventure to, like, walk back into the front, but...
I mean, there's a solid chance that some of it could be locked by the fire rod. Or how interconnected can it be?
Reasonably, but at the same time, we, like, saw, what was it, like, a big key door, a small key door, like, that was a lot in the front that's pretty locked up.
Yeah.
So, I guess the only options we have to make progression in this dungeon... Yeah, Ahab, I'm with you. I have no idea how to kill these Stalfos backwards. I got nothing.
Just suck it up and just be glad they're still the same.
Yes. Yeah, like, we'll kill 4 of you today. It's fine. Yeah, Karma opting to go here. Okay, so this is the connection to the back, which will dead end. Oh, nope. Okay, well, continuing on.
Let's get the big chest.
Oh, I don't know if you've had the pleasure of, in Escape, finding this Aga cutscene room while you also have Zelda, and she is both disappearing off of the pedestal and hanging out right behind you.
I have not. But, that's hilarious.
Yep. Big fan of that. So, Ahab, to the left there is, that's a super tile with an item. So we'll probably be back for that. Or wait, so we already go through that. We already looped through that because we already found the Stalfos. Okay, so we're here. Okay, good. Oh no, our first Thieves Town lobby. Best of luck.
In Skullwoods, no less.
Yeah. This led to a different Thieves Town. Oh no. Wait, have we been to this one?
Man.
Oh gosh, which ones have we found? So we. Okay, I think these are the same two. I think they're just. I think these are the same two that are linked to each other. Yeah, Karma is just out. I was not counting if we found all the small keys, but I would believe that we have left either 0 or 1 items there. I saw a 10. And this is probably Smith's.
Honestly surprised nobody's gone to Ice Palace yet. Honestly surprised.
Well, I think, yeah, I think Karma didn't want to do it because he didn't have the Samaria, and then Ahab didn't want to do it because he would rather spend the time doing any other dungeon before Ice, but this route actually kind of lines up nicely where he ends at Catfish and then does the little NMG portal over.
Assuming we ever get out of this dungeon.
That is true. We have, both runners have been baited into getting 7,000 small keys and nothing else.
Yeah.
Karma, okay, so just quickly tallying, I believe that is 4 crystals for Karma and 3 for Ahab, but 1 skull, and that didn't look too bad, so still relatively close on the actual progression count. And a lot of those checks that Karma did that he's ahead were just like go into Skull Woods and open all the items, so like that's the weird thing about this counter is like it's a huge gap until like someone goes into a dungeon that the other has already done, and then it just disappears. So, relatively close, honestly. Definitely feels like Ahab has found his stride as soon as Hyrule Castle stopped doing terrible things to him.
There we go. Well, he's getting out of here, so probably no catfish.
Nope. And it looks like that last item that Karma left behind was nothing.
No.
Okay. Purple chat. I'm not going to turn down a full heart container, but
Still rather
that's
see
not
something
something
else.
Ahab's going to miss.
No, not at all. It's just
Is
finally
Ahab
going to
going
be Ice
to
Palace for Karma.
Ahab going to the swamp?
I don't see why he'd go through Ice Palace this way, but is he going to catfish? If he was, I don't know. I don't know where he's going.
Yeah, we are.
I don't think he looked at the. I think he's going because he didn't check the island. Okay.
You absolutely respect this. Sometimes you just got to know.
Yeah.
Like if. Oh, we already have the red boomerang. Oh, that's sad.
Really? Okay.
Trying very hard to jump off the ledge and not being allowed to.
Yeah.
Okay. So this looks like a pretty linear start to Ice Palace. Yep, just gonna... Okay, so our first divergence point. You can go north or you can take all the tubes. That's actually really nice, is that every single forced redip into Ice Palace, you get funneled back to a full magic refill.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is the worst.
Oh,
okay,
no.
So...
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And okay, so you can drop and you go up this stair. You don't know where that goes. But we might be hookshot locked. Oh, nope. Maybe? Okay, well, that's nothing. But this will lead us to 2 checks. Yep, okay. 3 checks. I forgot about the torch. And we are... the number of small keys in this dungeon has not yet turned into a letter, so we're safe.
Anything over 9 goes to A for 10, and then B for 11. I think that's
I think
B is the highest I think I've seen.
It's somewhere between B, C, and D, and I really don't want to find out.
That's nobody wants D.
Okay, is this the first peek at this this chest here?
I guess so.
No. You left that. Unironically, that is such a good item in this mode because, again, like you're just in these dungeons forever, like going through Gauntlet 5 times. You don't know what your health situation is. If you just have Bug Net and Powder, you don't have to think about it. And one less thing you have to think about in this mode is so nice.
I hate that item.
Okay, so where are we at? We got wait. Which tube have we? Oh gosh! Oh no! Oh, it's happening.
I like this blue though. Oh jeez!
I don't know if you thought that. The tubes all loop to themselves. This is terrible.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, we're good. We're good. Okay, so we've gone back through all these rooms. Yeah, very heads up to just walk backwards because going through the front of this dungeon again looks awful. You really don't like. Not even just the normal, like, I don't want to wait through the Bombos animation 4,000 times for the freeze ore, but, like, there's, like, 8 root... Oh, nope. That's
Try
not the way the
again,
switches usually are.
I don't know if... Did Karma do Zora? We've been getting money handled with her fist, though.
Yeah, I believe so. Just given the number of heart containers, I would guess yes. Oh, here's torches. Good. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, remembering the most important thing, one of the hardest tricks in the game, which is going into this room and not realizing after lighting a torch and a half that you do not have fire rod.
Yeah.
So this leads you here. So this notably means that okay. So this is Mire torches. There's a small key north of us, or not small key. Probably a small key, but an item north of us, and an item to the right of us. Because no. Okay, that's a good item.
Mm-hmm.
I think to the right of us is the jelly with the key too. So there we go. So that's one more item. I think south is not connected. Okay, so Okay, so that's that room. The fact that so this is one of the jankier things is you can just in the right spot. There you go. There you go. Just wiggle that Mario block in just right. This will take us to the Fire Snakes room in GT, which will take us to this hookshot lock chest, which makes 2 hook locked checks in this dungeon between this and Moldorm 2. As I was saying, the fact that we found torches... Okay, big key, that's really nice to find. That isn't hookshot locked. The fact that we found the room after Torches 2 from GT, where there's like the big staircase and all the eye shooters, means that the room that drops into it next to Mini Helma room is here, which means the 3 items in Mini Helma room are also in this dungeon. So that's 4 plus that. So there's 5 item locations we like sort of know where they are in this dungeon. And then the question is, where are the other 3? Karma getting key locked there? I think.
Somehow out of small keys, despite there being 9 in this dungeon and having picked up 7 of them.
There is absolutely one of those, like, after Moldorm, for sure, is my guess. Because otherwise, like... Yeah, and that would hook lock the rest of this. We need hook lock, so there's probably not a... I guess, I don't know. So Karma went one way out of this before. We're going through the stair again. We didn't go... Oh, we can't get through the small key door. Never... Oh, that may be where it leads to. Okay, so... Yep, this is... Oh, I guess the dungeon itself could be hook locked. That's terrible. Because you might have to hookshot across Moldorm 2 to get anywhere. Oh, but we can... Okay,
so which begs the question: that hookshot, where's that hookshot? Swamp, right?
I think, yeah, I think that it's hook locked.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Karma going to get the wonderful bug net. If the crabs let him, actually. That's a very important piece of the puzzle here. As we listen to the wonderful beeping heart sound behind this Trails MSU.
He's been real kind of just liberal with his health, shall we say.
You know, when you have to go through that many rooms that many times, something's gonna clip you. Okay, so where's Karma? So we think swamp. We full cleared that. We've done all the It's looking a lot like swamp here. Yeah. Unless we left an item. I would do. Going back to a dungeon's terrible, so I would not do that.
Yeah.
Oh. You know what Karma didn't do? I don't think Karma went south out of this jelly. Oh, there's also all of these directions. Karma might have left a few things behind in this dungeon. Okay, so we got some stuff that I don't think we saw on Karma's side.
Alright, well... I think the play is just swamp pellets anyway. Yeah, this is not fun. Just use homie, just use bombos. Please, just use bombos.
Backwards in this room on Master Sword? No, thank you.
Why would you... Okay.
We're doing all that to go backwards. Okay, so we're...
Okay, dude.
Oh, we have... Oh, we got a red square, though. So this will lead us to the normal... Okay, yeah, so this is 100% accessible. Okay. Yeah. So Ahab's going to end up killing Cold Stare here after peeking around. Not wanting to jinx the way back to Fishbone. Nope. You don't want to do this. I mean, let's rephrase. You don't want to wait on this platform for a million years going the other way.
Yeah.
The big key... Okay, so Ahab hasn't been to Fire Snake Room to get the big key to get through the big key door.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so we got this room in Swamp, which drops us down here. There's drops on You can drop to either side, so those are paths, and also there's 2 paths out of it to the south. This is a reasonably big hub. Nope, nope. Other side of Moldorm 2, no thank you.
I'll just go down south and fight the boss and just get it over with. There you go. Probably realized that it was going to be here in the first place and just decided to save it for last.
Yeah, you're already this far into the dungeon. You should try and figure out what's around here before going to kill Coldstare, so you don't have to, like, truck your way back through, like, what was it? Like 5 pipes in TR, the Meyer lobby thing. Like, ew, I don't want to think about it. And this looks like a relatively small swamp. Ooh, oh no! Do we have fairy? Fairy? Okay, good.
Coldstare and Ahab have not been.
Well, this is great. Like Master Sword, Bombos, Coldstare, not the.
Oh my god! Yeah, he has not had good luck with Coldstare recently.
Oh my gosh!
Oh boy.
Okay.
That was scary.
Yeah, this is getting. We're fine.
Yeah,
we're fine, right? We're fine.
Take your time, kiddo. Take your time. There we go. Hey.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Not
50
the
rupees.
Shot,
Take the crystal. Get out of there. Okay, so here's the pod maze that we were talking about earlier. And there really is not a lot of this swamp to go through.
Oh yeah, already we're 8 items at 9 now.
Yeah, and there's a small key, there's an item on the boss, so like there could just be like one more thing left here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's a Thieves Town lobby. Oh gosh, what are we doing? Okay, that's an item.
Mm-hmm. Jeez, where the hell is this thing?
Is this the Thieves' Attic? Oh, no, this is this. We were just here. Oh no. There we go. The last item's on the boss.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Ahab trading off to the other crystal that Karma did not clear out, or that Karma did clear out.
Nice flute.
Okay, there's our progression. And then we got to get the shovel on the way back to town, and the flute will take us to Meyer, and then we'll get our hook shot. Yeah. Okay. So I would actually say that, like, if Ahab clears out Skull and then goes right to Swamp, he actually might be a little within the sword margin. Like, it's real close then.
He's gonna do that purple chest first.
He's on the way to Swamp. Okay.
Yeah, otherwise, I don't like this, but it is on the way to Swamp, yeah. Honestly, I just would not do it, but I get it.
I think it's kind of this is like whatever I can convince myself is reasonable to do before going to Swamp sounds better than not having a hook shot there. So I guess the question is, do we flute to Meyer and then discover that we're, like, supposed to mirror into Desert and get, like, the next chain in progression and still be looking for a medallion, or do we just have Meyer access?
How likely is it? We don't need the book to get in there. We could just mirror into that entrance. So
yeah. Book just locks 2.5 checks. The half being our sanity with pedestal.
Ahab is not willing to go into the swamp right now.
I did not catch the 2 pixels of that medallion on the screen. What do we got? Okay. Oh, fine. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Blue mail and hook shot. There we go.
It's probably... Does that probably go for Karma? Probably is.
Okay, so we can get in here.
What else would we... Maybe Fire Rod. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have to be Fire Rod for TR torches, basically.
Yeah.
Or GT right side. Those are like the 2 fire locked things remaining, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Possibly maybe go mode for Karma at the 1 hour and 12-minute mark. But still a lot to clean up, right? We've got let's see, we have to finish Swamp, but we know where the boss is there. We have to finish Ice. Karma does not know where the boss is there, so that could be a hot minute. Oh, okay, so that's exciting. I think this entire dungeon is, like, locked behind Ice Armos, basically? Exciting for some definitions of exciting. But classic hookshot behind Hookless Swamp. Just, you know, good old open mode rando on display. Just with a lot of extra steps in the middle.
Wow, that is blue.
Oh, the ice? Yeah, some of the... my least favorite is the TR version of that room, where it's just impossible to see anything because the entire room is just, like, bleeding blood red. Karma, what's our plan? How are we getting out of this? Do we have... no?
Good, clean living? Solid execution? Picking up a heart.
There we go. There's a heart. Okay. There's a heart. Okay, so we are now into these rooms of GT Gauntlet, and would really like to not get B-most in this next room. As Ahab takes down Moth for Crystal... Ooh. Oh my gosh. Karma. Okay, we're good. No, that's arrows. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Nothing hurts. So, Ahab actually with a crystal lead here, right?
I don't think that really matters at this point.
I think it... I forget the exact route through Swamp that... Okay, Karma has a fairy. Okay, this is less scary than I thought it was. But, like, I guess it depends how much time you spend in this Skull Woods picking up all the items, which is probably a while, unfortunately. But, like, yeah. The trek back through Ice and the trek through Swamp so Karma has to go back through Ice. Ahab has to go through Swamp. I don't think that those are, like, too far out for each other. So it's really just, like... Karma's a bit ahead into this mire, which is just sort of a find the boss and don't die situation. So there's a lot of ways to find the boss ahead of the other person. And that's about it, it sort of feels like. Because Ahab is really running out of spots to check. Or, I guess, not just spots to check, but spots that he wants to even check. So, is this Spike Cave? Spike Cave for the sword?
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised he hadn't gone to do this yet. He's really not looking forward to going to that swamp without that hook shot, but gonna be mad disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just one of those things where, like, I don't know.
He's playing it safe. He's not really that much of a risk taker.
Yeah.
But at this point, you're just like giving up time.
Yeah, GT is a huge equalizer in this mode, though, just because, well, the GT process in this mode is a little bit wonky.
And he's gonna go to Dark Death Mountain here as well. Yeah, just straight up not going into the swamp.
Oh, because he didn't have the myth the first time up like Karma. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him out later and chastise him for his lack of ambition here, because Like this, like I don't.
So I understand the density
Yeah.
thing. I think the thing you're trying to allude to is that like trying to think of like the right way to describe like the game theory of like you are like this feels like you're at the point where you're down to a bunch of like this isn't even that great of a location, right? Because you get
No, it's not
3 checks plus maybe TR. So like
right.
what
TR is the thing, right? Yeah, he's got that
potentially, but he
no, he has no
doesn't know the
ether.
medallion.
Yeah.
But like your opponent, like what are they least likely to have done, and is that approximately as good as everything else? And the swamp dive is like the fact that this is only 3 items. I don't think the swamp dive is that much worse, but it's more likely to be something that your opponent put off. So like going to it first gives you a chance to be the first to whatever the progression is.
Well, here's my thinking. Like, this is a mode where your dungeons are going to be laid out in such a way that you don't really know what to expect versus coming all the way up to this part of the mountain for some very long-winded, very sparse, really not even like really low density checks versus like a big dungeon, a potentially big dungeon that you could very much have what you need and maybe has what you like, something that'll bring you to what you need. In this case, it's the food here, and I'm sure I just might be speaking like just based on what I already know about the seed, but honestly, I think I just would have made the Swamp Palace play here in the first place. Anyway, I don't like the idea of going up to Dark Death Mountain.
So the thing that specifically with Swamp that I would point out is that it's you don't have to go through all the stupid GT Gauntlet rooms because it's an early Light World or early Dark World dungeon, and those again are partitioned differently. Nice Quake medallion that we'll never need, as
never needed
icebreaker backwards through that rather than go through the front of the dungeon. Oh gosh, I just noticed there's only 6 small keys in this 23 item dungeon.
It's huge. And they're all right in this room because they're always in this room.
Yeah, why would they be anywhere else? Don't die in this room though.
Yeah.
That's not what you should do. This is a heck of a layout for a Misery Mire. I'm not gonna lie.
Puts the misery mire. The other thing
it feels like we've
like a
gone
Thieves'
through
Time would be really bad in here, but we've already seen like a bunch of those.
Yeah, they
a nice recursion there. Actually, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. That's pretty good, actually. I can think of worse things. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so this is going to be the...
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hilarious. Okay.
So what have... Okay, so let's... Okay, so we have it. Yeah. Okay, Karma's on it.
Go.
We know which one we have. Wait, no, this is the one we came in from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nope. That is definitely a DLC room that you do not know about. That is an extremely fake room. Are we? Oh no, we spent all of our time to icebreaker backwards through this, and now we just have to turn around. Oh no!
Well, at least we get more of this. God, that is the bluest ice I've ever seen.
Yeah, that like
this Misery Mire sucks. This is terrible.
Yeah, it is. This is really impressive. Maybe that means that GT won't be terrible, right?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, GT tends to be kind of short.
Well, so here's the problem with GT is that there's the 3 exits to the main lobby, right? Where like you can choose your staircase, and like you just kind of choose a path and you hope it doesn't take you to Garbage Town. I don't really know how else to describe it. Just like you could just get down this convoluted rabbit hole and go down the wrong staircase. I forget, it might have been Karma suggesting it, but like, one of the strats is like, you just walk into GT, and you walk left to right up the staircases real quick, just to see if any of them tell you that Aga 2 is there, and then you start whatever adventure you want to go on.
Oh, and every one of these I've done, I just got pretty much railroaded right through Ganon's Tower, just There's a very straight and narrow path all the way to the end there. Oh, you could reverse Ice Palace bomb jump. That's a thing. You could do that.
You don't know the setup.
I've done it.
You know the setup?
I've done it. Yeah. There's a clip of me doing it.
Oh my god!
It's not that hard. It's just a diagonal like bomb jumping principle. Like anybody who, I'm convinced anybody who's done enough bomb jumps in Randomizer can figure it out.
Yeah, I don't really want to find out on 3 hearts on the fly if it's right, but yes, I agree.
Okay, hang on.
Sounds. Oh wait, so this is Mire 1 until Mire 2. That's not forced. Mire 2 can show up anywhere in this mode. Into the Ice Armos rooms. Wait, you have to bomb your way back in every time? I didn't know that. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. The blue screen of death ice.
Here.
And the one time this room isn't small key locked. There we go.
There's the clip of me doing it, alright?
Karma thankfully saving us from that beeping ice. Oh my gosh, and we have to go through GT Gauntlet. Okay.
Oh, so boy. Well, at least this time he has more hearts going through it.
Yeah, 47 rooms later, we are going to go back to the dungeon and put the switch in the yellow pegs down position, which I guess it starts at. So don't hit the switch. Have we hit the switch? Uh-oh, I've lost track. I don't know what our switch state is. That's not good. I hope Karma has been keeping track, because I sure have not. Okay, so we want them down. Okay, good. So straight through. Oh my gosh, we have this room too?
Oh,
okay,
well, there's that required Samari you were talking about, right?
Yep. This Karma has not been having a good time in this misery mire.
Hey, look, it's not called party time, Mire, all right?
No. Okay, so there's a key door up there that I think he's just gonna go through. Wait, not a key door. Sorry. Have we gone right? Oh no, right is right a super tile? Oh my gosh, I'm losing track of all this. Where are we going? Oh, that's where. So this is where the key door is. He did not go south out of this room, I believe.
I thought he
just.
No, obviously not. Yeah. There we go.
There we go. Okay, so this, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this, Karma. Oh, wait, no, this loops back to itself. You're good, I think. Wait, no. Oh, no, we haven't seen that room. Okay, never mind. This is maybe okay. So we can't go back because of the warp tile, but there's an item here. Which I believe means the last item in the dungeon is on Vidi. Wherever Vidi is.
Yeah.
Our switches are in the blue pegs down position.
Yeah, do it all again. Oh, Madonna me. Oh, jeez.
So both players are entering Misery Mire for the first time.
Yep.
Except Karma has 22 items and is a couple of screens ahead. And Karma still has to kill Ice after this, for what it's worth.
Right.
So Ahab is caught right on up with that progression. Okay, so I guess the question is, where are all these small keys? Because Karma needed a bunch of small keys and was stuck for like a decent chunk of this dungeon on 0 smalls. So what do you have to do to get... It was find the Stalfos 4 chest room? So you're saying that's where all the small keys were? That was still this same dungeon like 27 minutes ago? Actually, Karma has been in this Misery Mire for 15 minutes. I just want to point that out. We called out maybe possible go mode at 112 and is 127.
Time is lost all meaning for me at this point.
Oh my gosh. Maybe again. So I guess we still have. We know where the. Okay, yeah, this should be fine. I guess Karma has to pass one of the big tests of this mode, which is so like you try to go into all these dungeons single dipping them, but when you have to go back to a dungeon, you are then put to the memory test of like, okay, what have I done? What haven't I done? Where am I going? What am I doing with my life? And that is what's going to happen to Karma when he goes into Ice Palace.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm running
here
out
we
of
go.
arrows,
Karma-
by the way. I don't know if that's going to be a thing later on.
Could be. So Karma's here. So there's a switch to the north that he can make sure that the pegs are in the right position for. Okay, pegs are in the right position. That's good. That's good. Because I believe after this, like, half a GT gauntlet that he's gone through, he has to go through IPBJ room backwards. And that's where we think the boss is? I don't know where else we haven't done it. Anything, but
Yeah, I think that was it, yeah.
I mean, there's no more items left in this dungeon besides Vidi. Yeah, yeah. Good call, Ahab. The secret path that you usually don't have to know, but
not using the hook shot. Okay.
Listen, the instructional video of how to do anything, I appreciate that because I also don't know where that is. Okay, so Karma is where we think he needs to be.
Yeah, this is probably it. There you go.
Down the stairs. Where do these stairs go? Because okay, so it's there. We go. So it's
there it is.
No. Karma, don't do what you think you're gonna do. Please do not head up. Oh wait, here it is. Okay, sorry. I thought that was connected to the room that it normally is connected to, and that room is the top of that is still the drop there. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. Super tiles make some amount of sense. Oh, here we go. We are trapped in the Bombos room for Ahab. Okay. 18 minutes later, we have killed Vitreous. Let's go kill some other bosses. Notably, we have still not found TR torches, so Fire Rod is not quite dead. We could still need to Fire Rod. So the good news for Ahab is that he has found this gross dead-end path a little earlier than Karma. So it's going to hurt a little less to have, like, found it, I guess? I don't know. Going back through this dungeon is just terrible.
It is. Just pick the stuff up, man. Oh my god. I apologize. I've been awake since 6 in the morning. I'm very tired. I've lost a lot of energy.
Yeah, this mode, it could go either way, and we've reached the either way. Oh.
Nice hanging on there.
Yeah. Hold up and hope. Ahab realizing the sadness of being locked out.
Yeah, he does not want to go back and start over either.
We've gone.
Yeah,
this is bargaining right here. Going back, like maybe I can find a way out. No. Nope. Okay, so Ahab about to spend 3 minutes going through rooms. Karma into Swamp Palace. And
get those arrows, please. Get those. Oh my god! Get the arrows up!
They're right up there. There's another 5 pot right up there. Yeah.
He's not doing it. Okay.
That's fine. And I remember this Argus square popped up relatively early, so hopefully it's not that hard to find. Hopefully. There we go. Okay, so it's right here. Okay, so
this is so frustrating to watch.
This is the pain point of the seed.
I am
okay,
so
Argus gonna again another fight where your enemy is actually the door and not the boss.
My guy, you don't have enough arrows to get through this, man.
There you go, 5 right there.
Didn't that spawn? Oh my god, never mind. He's dead anyway. Okay, that's cool.
Okay. Nope, we're good. We're good.
Oh, he does have a fairy. Okay.
Okay. So the arrow despawn there is like only if you don't pick up the mimic items in the previous room or something like that. So I think he was clear.
Lucky.
Yeah. Good old sprite overloads. So the real question is, you can do backwards IPBJ. Can Ahab?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. I did. He does know about it because we talked about it.
So he'll give it a try. He'll give it an honest try.
He might.
Is that's like a 5-minute time save this seed?
If you can get it, I'm insistent upon it not being very hard. It's just theory put into practice is really all it was. Not realizing you can hookshot is driving me nuts.
Well, he's going to this door anyway.
He's going to this door. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Mm-hmm.
There we go. And this is the right path, I believe. And I think that he actually left the switch in the right orientation.
We might not need it anyway. Then okay.
Okay, Karma into Ice Palace through the Mire Room, through the pipe. But he has not found Cold Stare, so he could be in here for a little minute. Don't hit the switch. Don't hit the switch.
He did not hit the switch. Okay.
Karma's going to follow this path because he hasn't found Cold Stare and believes that it's down this path.
Oh, that was nasty.
Yeah, they'll like 1 out of whatever number of times you just get Karma, we were in there and then what did we do? Did we get locked out? I blinked and I missed it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
It wasn't the right path, we know. So Moldorm 2 is a lockout, it looks like. Oh no, Ahab's locked out with the small key and gonna have to do the whole... This is the whole thing that Karma had to do where he went down here and then he had to go through like 5 rooms again and then icebreaker back. Oh, gross.
Yeah, this stuff sucks. This was a reminder. Yes. Living up to its name.
This is really bad. It's not the worst I've seen, but it's certainly in the like top 10%. Oh, yeah, we actually have to do this room the normal way? Question mark? And we're gonna have to pull out our cape. Okay, or we can just dodge them all off screen, like blind master style. Okay, that's cool. So we're just going back. Where did we get locked out? Okay, so we've been here. Okay, we're in this nonsense hub of all the GT rooms for Karma. Is Ahab... Okay, that heart's pretty clutch. This, I believe... Nope, that's not the right way. That is not the right way for Ahab.
Yeah, navigating this dungeon. Oh, well, here we are in this hilarious Scooby-Doo
yeah, he's just... Forgot about how this room worked, or didn't.
Yeah.
Karma, again, neither player has stranded themselves without the fire rod in this room, I believe, so that's great. There goes Ahab finding all of his small keys. I think Karma's realizing where he didn't go last time. Nope. Yes. We did not go this way. And so super small thing about this mode.
This is the right
Here
way,
was
yeah.
right to go up and find it, but so Cold Stare is downwards off of a screen. So it's slightly better to try the like right, left, or downward stuff first, because like most screens that you go upward into are actually not screens with another downward transition to find. So it's kind of like you're finding something that leads to another thing versus potentially being like on the screen that leads to it. But Karma finds Cold Stare. We're gonna kill Cold Stare. I sure hope. And then it will be time for GT. Oh, GT.
I'm
Please no
pretty
GT.
sure it'll just be a straight run through. I don't even think they'll. We've seen most of the gauntlet rooms. We've seen a lot of what haven't we seen? TR stuff. I guess we haven't seen a lot of TR stuff. Yeah.
We haven't seen TR torches. We haven't seen the main TR hub where you have to go through all the doors with Samaria. We what haven't we seen from GT? We've seen most. We haven't seen Tile Room, right?
We have not seen the GT tile room, no.
Or the Fire Rod locked room that you can sort of lamp break your way through if you're fast on a good day. So both potential Fire Rod locks are standing out there, and that's.
I want to go to. I want to go to sleep so bad.
Ahab is trying to figure out where in Mire this Vitreous is behind that IPBJ room, which I believe is it north from here? So this is, well, that's an assured heart for Ahab, actually. That's pretty nice. Okay,
yeah,
so
this dungeon is really like killing him in the attrition.
Yeah,
in the attrition department. Yeah,
I think he needed to like find like. It's very reasonable to assume that like you saw all the time that Karma spent in this dungeon. It feels like there is a chance that you find the right path faster, but it seems like they are both going through the same exact trials and tribulations, and therefore no time gained or lost on either side. Oh my gosh, that fairy is so nice. Also, the next thing in the pack is the oh, and we're okay.
Five keys, 10 items. Yeah, this is tiny. This is teeny tiny here.
Yep. Yeah, I do not know how to do this bridge backwards either. It's somehow even worse. So that's the Ice Palace room. We'll go. This is just going to take us back to the lobby, Karma. This is just going to be. Oh, it's not. Oh my goodness. What? I wonder if that stair leads us to the lobby. I don't know. We're just going places. Please. This is the. I spent so long in that misery mire. Just let me out.
Yeah, like this. There's the tile room, just right where it should be.
Yep. And that's connected to this room. Oh, yeah, we're just not going to fire rod side it. That's fine. Yeah. Just we've gone enough. We're just going to take a different route. Maybe the red square will just decide to show up today. Nope. Yeah, we were already here. That was the thing I was thinking. Sort of. Yeah, I don't know. You the option to drop or actually do torches there, and it's kind of like.
I mean, if you have to do it, you could do it. We could do it with the lamp. Possible.
That's true. Painful, possible, yeah. Okay, so
not that painful.
Karma, get the item. Get the item. It could be the
it could be a key. It could be a key, or just in general.
Sure, the game's just gonna tell you got to get the item. That's fine.
Just get Just open stuff. Get keys.
Yeah, there's 5 keys in this dungeon. That's a lot of keys. Okay, so Ahab has found the correct path, the correct rooms. Now is the switch in the correct state?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh,
Please,
if it isn't,
please. I don't want it to be in the wrong state.
okay.
No.
All right, no, do it,
No.
do it, bro, do it. We trained for this, man. Come on, man.
Pull
Come
up the
on,
clip.
man.
Pull up the clip.
Pull up
Oh,
the
we're-
clip. Yeah. Come on, man. If you give me nothing else, I want to see you do this.
I want to see it happen too.
Yeah.
That is like that's a moral victory, honestly. Oh no, not bomb in the pit.
No, a little more to the. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. We got 8 more tries. We got 8 more tries.
Yeah. It might be it. Might be good enough. Nope.
Ooh. Okay, 6 more tries. This is good, honest work here, Ahab. That's fine. We have 4 more tries.
Yeah.
And then a vitreous fight.
Nope. Too close. Move over. Nope. It'll be more than. Okay, he's not doing it. He's not doing. Okay.
No.
Oh well.
He's gonna go. Team meeting, training session before the next never time you.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. We're never doing this again. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm starting to convince myself I like this mode, but also, oh no.
I like the idea of it. I really do. I really do like the idea of it because I enjoy things that like test your ability to go through the game and be adaptable and flexible and change the way you play, and I appreciate that. But I'd rather do that through Randomizer.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. We need to. Wait, do we use the torches then not drop? I'm confused. What happened?
I don't know.
I don't actually know. We need to figure out how to get
invested in
the
seeing if
coding
Ahab would
so that you can put like 10 kiss priests in a row in the same seed. So like you get to the priest and then you walk out and it just like drops you out of like the CT exit, and each one incrementally gives you like something you need to progress in order to kill Ganon.
You know what? Kiss Priest is the optimal doors mode. Like it's short enough to be fun.
Yeah. Bug that. Right for you here.
I would love to see Cross Keys and Randomizer together. That would be fantastic. I'm totally on board with that. Beyond Randomizer just being fun, it's also so funny. It's so funny.
I have elected to not participate in Randomizer. Again, as I said, ever since a certain incident with a red beetle in IPBJ room that I don't really want to spend a ton of time on. But I'm glad that my teammates enjoy every bit of it except for when the statues show up in Meyer 2. Because Logical Randomizer can sometimes replace the popos with statues that you have to very slowly push.
Like, Logical Randomizer is a great idea. I love that. I absolutely love that.
You were talking about this GT being small, but it is not forgiving. I think
it is not.
May have needed to go left out of there, and then I don't know if we have we lifted? Yeah, maybe we haven't done this. Okay, so what I was saying is, okay, so have we dropped through? I don't actually know. You know what? I'm just gonna let Karma go places, and this is. Oh, we didn't have a small key. Oh no, we lit all the. Oh no. We lit all the torches only to find a small key door. Okay, bombs. Great. Wonderful item. And this takes us here, which is a great hub. Oh my gosh. Nope.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's fine. It's fine. This one won't just like punish you instantly for that. Okay. So anyways, after hitting go mode 35 minutes ago, Karma is free to go kill Agatu.
Yeah.
Again, most dangerous piece of this boss battle is the door that Karma is successfully dodging. Which one of these is the real one?
There
Okay,
we
there we
go.
go. We're good. We're good. We're good. Ahab still suffering through this mire. Oh my gosh.
We're all suffering through this mire.
I feel like we've spent half of the seed in this misery mire.
It does feel like that, yeah.
Oh, we can get out of this, right? We can.
Yeah, boomerang.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Just make sure you set it back. Okay, or not. If you want to reverse Ice Palace bomb jump, go for it.
Karma, I don't. Yeah, this is
Bro.
all the way at the start of the seed. I mentioned this thing about your magic and GT. Yeah, that's it. You don't get that refill at the end. That's so nice. And you're like, how do I kill Ganon with no equipment and no magic? The answer is you don't. Okay, so we're off to fight Ganon. We have 17 hearts, blue potion.
We don't
no
have
silvers,
17
no
hearts. You have to not to
fire
talk
rod.
to the merchant there.
The no fire rod thing is actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, more like where is there left for it to be? I guess it's in TR or something.
Or maybe
horrible?
Thieves Town, probably.
Oh,
Thieves
yeah,
Town,
that would make
probably.
sense. That it's like back in Thieves behind one of the. We might want to pop a blue potion here.
Yeah, I would say that's a good idea. Just do it.
That tried
my
it.
God,
Almost.
like so many people just go through things like the hubris is just.
Yeah, I guess we. Okay, so we're gonna use our full cape before we do that. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
That's good resource management.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so all I'm asking for is not... Okay, so we got the bad warp position on this cycle. I just don't want to see it again. I don't want that Ganon in that bottom left shooting the fire vat that blocks the torch, and then Karma's, like, gonna take randomly 2 hearts off the bat, and then the fight has to start over again.
You're worried?
No, I mostly just want him to be released from this prison.
Yeah.
Okay, we have made it through the bomb jump.
There we
go.
go.
Torch Ganon is not the best thing ever.
Of all the things we've gone through on this scene, this is the least egregious.
That's true. That's true. And all of the other ones were, in fact, in that misery mire.
Yeah.
No!
Hubris gets you every time.
Oh, no, we got a fairy. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, I missed that one. I missed that. We're good. We're good.
There's been a
the
lot
seed
of
will, in fact, end. You do not have to go through Ganon's Tower 2 after killing Ganon. Okay. So, Ahab has successfully escaped Misery Mire and may actually have we'll be on the way to Swamp when this Ganon explodes.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll be very happy to be done with this. I can feel him just not enjoying himself right now.
Yeah, I don't know who would enjoy themselves through that mire.
No.
Oh my goodness. And with a finish time of 1:51.21, IB Karma is the winner.
Yep.
And I don't even have it left in me to cheer for my teammate. That was pain.
No, I just want to send a personal message out to the league organizers here. Never do this again. Like, keep this as far away from the community as possible. Never do this again. Nobody here had any fun. Nobody. Do not do this next year. I am begging you. Do not.
Oh, man. And we are joined by Ahab and IB Karma. GG's Bad Myers. Yeah.
I mean, you follow the rule of doors, and that, yeah.
I've played
Blue
4 of
switch
these in my
good.
life.
Yeah,
Blue switch
you
good
know,
unless you run into backwards Ice Palace bomb jump.
I tried doing that.
You had the clip. You had the clip. The tech was there.
Hey, I was just trying to remember what you did that one time, and I couldn't remember.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what I did. Honestly, it just happened. It just happened.
Oh my God. Yeah. What else happened in this seed? It all just got erased by like looping through that misery mire 47 times.
I thought I was hook locked in
Wow.
ice, which clearly wasn't when I went back.
Yep.
I reset the game thinking I was key locked out of Hyrule Castle, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot to check a door.
Yeah. It was like, aside from the flute and the hookshot combo, that was like a relatively friendly seed.
Was Fire Rod ever found?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it was everything you wanted out of a door seed. You know, Pendant Thieves Town, Pendant Turtle Rock, and then it was just, hey, let's just stick hookshot progression in Swamp Palace. Cool. All right. So it did normal bad randomizer things. And not even doors bad randomizer. It's just like, hey, let's just do something bad that normally happens in ordinary seed. It's just now there's doors involved.
Yeah, it's, you know, classic your like non-ideal open mode placements, but on top of it, you have to like create a dungeon map in your mind every 5 minutes. Yeah, I think Ahab, you got a little burned by not having flippers before going into Palace of Darkness there.
That is correct. I had to double dip it.
Yep. And then let's see. Both of you ended up leaving the Ice Rod Cave for a while and then coming back much later, which didn't really matter, but that bug net actually came in clutch for both of you, I think.
No, I never used it.
And Meyer for me, yeah.
I had that fairy the whole seed from when I got it in the bottle.
Oh gosh. That was the same seed? Oh my goodness.
It was the same seed. We were. Oof.
But yeah.
Oh my god.
Did he also go to Ice Palace or Ice Cave, Ice Arcade with no bombs?
No.
I just didn't go.
Yeah, I just didn't. I got up there and I was like, wait, why did it menu? Oh, I pulled an arm.
Next time, just lift the rock over there. Get that bomb from underneath.
50-50. It happens or it doesn't.
Yeah, well, I'll do 50-50 until it works if I'm going all the way to Ice Rock Cave.
Yeah, and you both were pretty late into Swamp Palace, right? Like Ahab, I know you were doing a bunch of one-offs where you just like, I really don't want to go into Swamp without the hookshot, or...
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I checked everything else except Catfish, I think.
Yeah.
And I had one check in Pod. I had one item in Pod I left. Those were the two things.
All I had left was I had 3 items left in Thieves, which I'm pretty sure were hook locked. Or at least a couple of them were. I had 1 item left in Aga Tower, and 1 item left in Skull somewhere, because I miscounted.
I don't know. I'm not playing this mode ever again, so...
Yeah, same.
It's never. I'm actually the crazy person that likes mystery and likes doors, so...
I love mystery. Mystery's fun as hell. Like, this is just... I don't know what it is about this. It's just... It's a chore.
It's like, hey, remember your path, and I misremembered a ton. And I was like, is it this way? This way? No. Oh, it's this way. No.
Yeah. See, when I play doors, I do crisscross randomizer with everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to this at most, and then and call it good. This was a mode. This was a week. We were all here for that one. we were all with you spiritually in that misery mire. It was painful.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very frustrating dungeon.
I mean, I would have been done with it, what, 10 minutes faster if I hadn't had made the switch blue?
Yeah, Ahab, listen, I'm giving you credit for effort on that reverse IPBJ there, but it was
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
rooting. I
that's-
was rooting for it, man. I was rooting for it.
I mean, only because you did it once, and I'm like, okay, maybe I could just, fart it out of my ass, and
Oh man. So yeah, real quick, just to ask you two, Ahab, TJ, which of you is on Randomizer for this last week?
I'm on both Randomizers.
I'm not doing
Gotcha.
any. I'm done.
You're done. That I am sorry that this has to be the end of your league regular season experience, because sitting on this one for a minute doesn't sound great.
Yeah, well, we were pretty behind at the start of the season, but we had a pretty strong last couple weeks, which picked us up a bit. So this knocked us down another peg, but I'm pretty confident in my Randomizer.
Our league is a laugher curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I could lay out all the possibilities, but like it's very possible for you to still make playoffs if you win them both, especially because you're playing against one of the other teams that is like in contention, which I guess is every other team in our division. So
Yeah.
who even knows what's going to happen?
Well, my main goal for this whole thing was just to not get relegated. Honestly, I've been having this aside is some of the most fun I've had playing Zelda Randomizer since I started. I love this team. I love playing with J-Jo and Ahab. It's been a complete joy doing it, and I really hope I'm really glad we're in a position that we're gonna get probably invited back next year. So that's all I care about.
Yeah, I guess Ahab, are you glad to have come back after a year off despite this?
Yeah. It's hard to find time in my life. That's the hard part, and I'm glad I was able to make time for these guys. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fun. I like having fun. I like playing when I can. I like co-op. I like all that. So
You can see where all the enthusiasm on the team is coming from.
yeah,
That sounded enthusiastic to me.
It's midnight on a work night, man.
I'm exhausted, man.
Yeah.
We probably want to wrap up. They're talking about there's supposed to be an SM Rando race on this channel.
Oh,
Have at
man.
it.
So,
okay.
yeah, in that case, thank you all for playing. It was wonderful seed we all got. Thanks to T Sigma and the SG crew for getting the back end of the setup. TJ, glad to have been in here suffering through this with you. And,
sorry, I wasn't in my prime form. There's a lot of factors going into that.
Yeah, it's all good. Give the runners a follow. Ahab and Ivy Karma put on a great show for us tonight. And anything else you want to say before we say good night? Otherwise, that's all I got over here.
Don't do this again.
With that, I think we're good to shut her down. Have a good night, everybody.